Conjuring. The devil made me do it.
Wrong movie.
Oh,
Welcome back here to DGOT, the instant reactions. We appreciate y'all tuning in. We are not doing the Conjuring, the devil maybe do. We're actually going to be talking about 2025's the Conjuring Last Rites. This is the alleged last film in the franchise. We'll see about that because this movie has made a ton of money. And when you make a ton of money, that means they're going to make another one, by God, whether you want to or not. General thoughts, I thought the movie was incredibly underwhelming. Not that it even had the highest expectations considering the third one. But this movie really, outside of a couple of sentimental moments with Ed and Lorraine, Patrick and Vera, two characters that I am attached to, I really didn't care for this movie at all. I thought it was pretty. I don't want to say garbage, but I just didn't care for it whatsoever. What do you think, Dustin?
yeah, we're going to be on opposite sides of the fence here. I thought it was pretty good. I thought it was definitely better than the third. Now, I don't think it was as good as the first two. It wasn't. I'm not going to try to lie and say it was. But for what it was, I thought it was pretty solid. The story was pretty solid. There's some moments that didn't do it for me, but I thought it was a good way to tie a bow on the franchise. You know, like you said, it did make a lot of money. I've actually got it pulled up. $194 million worldwide debut.
Whew.
That's a lot of money. That's more than F1, more than I had a list pulled up here. More than a ton of movies that came, more than Weapons, Sinners, Final Destination, Bloodline. Like it's a lot of money. Speaking of Warner Brothers, man, they're on a tear. Their last like 7 releases has made over $800 million worldwide, and this
Mm-hmm.
one's still going. Like that's Warner Brothers is on a heater right now, folks. But
And most of them were original. At
most
least
of them,
half was original content.
yeah. So I've got this list here: a Minecraft movie. I mean, it's based on an IP, but it's the first movie of its kind, so we'll count it as original. It's fine. Sinners original. Final Destination Bloodline obviously not. F1 original. Superman obviously not. Weapons original. The Conjuring is a continuation of an original, so it's not a rehashing. So it's fine. Um,
Yeah, Conjuring is kind of weird because it's a franchise, but it's all different cases. It's not like
yeah,
It's not like the Conjuring 2 Part 2 or something like that or whatever.
yeah. Um, but no, I don't think it's a perfect movie by any stretch of the imagination, but I thought that it was much better than you did. And like I texted you, I think that's because you're so invested in the franchise because of your love of the first two movies, specifically the second one. Um, I don't have that connection. I think those are two really good movies, but I don't love them. So I'm not I think you have higher expectations for the franchise, or higher hopes at least. Definitely not
Yeah,
expectations based on the third, but you have higher hopes than I do.
yeah.
I went into it just like I hope this is better than Screenboat, and it was, so I was pleased.
Screenboat can't stop catching strays. Like, all right, let's just jump into our positives real quick. I mean, first of all, this is just another Conjuring movie, so I don't know if we can really spoil anything per
Yeah,
se. Like Conjuring movies have, there's a spare, like what Randy say in Scream. There's a very specific formula. Like we know what's going to happen in these.
yeah.
Uh, I thought Ed and Lorraine, Patrick and Vera were great as well. I thought their relationship is what carries the movies always. But I got to give a shout out to Mia Thomason as Judy. I thought she did fine. I thought she did good as Judy Warren. I liked Tony Spera, played by Ben Hardy, her fiance in the movie. Going to go ahead and spoil that. I thought him and Ed had funny moments, heartwarming moments. I thought they had a good dynamic. I actually kind of liked how the film established that the evil was starting to follow Judy as well. She's been in the house the whole time. She's starting to see things. I like that approach as well. Good to see Father Gordon back, Steve Coulter. I'm hoping to meet him at a con in St. Augustine in October, Lord willing, and the creek don't rise.
Well, he
Uh,
ain't gonna be in Rush Hour 3. He gone.
he
Spoiler.
gone like a freight train, gone like yesterday. Yeah, he definitely ain't gonna be in Rush Hour 3. It sucks because at the end of the movie, this is one of my sentimental moments that I really didn't care for. They bring back all of the previous, cases, the victims of the cases, and they attend this wedding, which isn't historically accurate, by the way. It's just a nice little bow tie, I guess, on the last movie of the franchise. But whatever, it'd have been cool if Father Gordon could have been there. Couple of cool shots, some decent cool shots. I didn't think there was really any good tension. like I don't want to jump into my negatives too quick. I did think the camera shot towards the end, like where the camera like zooms out and goes into the sky, then back into the house. I thought that was nice. Like that was really good filmmaking. But I'm pretty much done with my positives. I really didn't have that many. Like the case just didn't like this family, this case, none of like that didn't set me on fire. What about you? Positives?
Yeah, I thought the story was solid. You know, I like how they introduce it and show us Judy being born, and that mirrors there, and then it comes back. I don't know. I thought that was well done. How I like how the evil or the mirror just couldn't be destroyed. Felt like I was watching a sequel to Oculus. Um,
Oculus is better than this though.
well, let's relax a little. It's not a terrible movie, so I don't want to badmouth Oculus. But um, anyway, some shout outs that I want to give is the casting director for choosing Madison Lawler and Orion Smith to play young Lorraine and Ed. I thought they looked good, particularly young Ed. Like he looked
Young
like a
Ed
young
looked like yeah,
he
looked like
looked like a
Patrick
young Patrick
Wilson.
Wilson. So that was good. Um, I didn't. I'll be honest with you. I didn't. Maybe it's just because I'm not as tapped into the franchise as you. I didn't even pick up that those people at the wedding were the former, like the people from the other cases. Like I didn't pick that up till you said it, and I was like, I thought they looked familiar, but so that didn't bother me. I like how the ending in particular, like it pretty much let us know we are not making another one of these movies. Now they could always change their mind, but
Blumhouse is
it
going to
should,
buy the rights and do it in set 10 years.
yeah, like the way that it gave us facts about the rest of their lives and all that. It pretty much lets us know it's over, unless they want to now go with. But Judy took on the family business, and they could do that. But as
But
it
did she do that
stands,
in real life?
I have no clue.
So that's what I'm saying. Like if they start doing that, then it goes into fiction. Then it's going to get even more controversial.
Yeah, um, I do agree. I thought the Mia Tomlinson and Ben Hardy, they were good. I mean, Patrick and Vera, they were great as always. That like it's so crazy that they are these characters. Like a lot of actors, they play a role. I feel like Patrick Wilson and Vera Farmiga, they were meant to play Ed and Lorraine. Like they're so believable as Ed and Lorraine, and they do such a good job. And I texted you, I was like, man, Patrick Wilson, he's one of those bucket list interviews. If we could get him, like, how many people have been involved in not one but two pretty iconic franchises as a lead character? Patrick Wilson he's one of the goats. He doesn't get enough credit, honestly.
He's been in a
But
lot of movies. Bone Tomahawk.
he's been in a
He's
lot
in
of
the
movies.
Aquaman movies.
Yeah.
Lakeview Terrace. Talk about working with Samuel L. Jackson. Dude, that'd be crazy.
Tennessee legend Samuel L. Jackson. He was in the Phantom of the Opera, which I know you've seen. But anyway, I
Good
thought that
movie.
it was just fine. I agree with you. If we want to transition into some negatives,
Go ahead.
I wasn't scared. I wasn't as tense as I would have liked to have been. So from a horror movie and aspect, it didn't really do that for me. This movie to me had more of an emotional pull though, because now you're introducing the family aspect, the kid aspect. Ed might might croak on the scene. We don't know. Like he's got a bad heart, and so I thought that the emotional pull was much better, but the horror and the tension took a definite backseat to the story.
Yeah, it kept bouncing back and forth between Ed and Lorraine and the Smurl family back and forth. It's like, what the hell is going on right
Oh,
now?
brother, we know how you feel about nonlinear and
It's not
jumping
even the
around.
non-linear storytelling. It's just what
It's
to
the jumping
me
around. I get it.
what makes a Conjuring movie good to me is you get invested in the family's case. Like in the first one, like you care about this mother and her kids struggling in this house. In the second one, you care about the Hodgson family. Like you're invested with Janet's character. Like that's what makes it good to me. Like this Smurl family, I don't care nothing about them.
Sure.
They kind of just put us in the house. Some spooky shit happens with this mirror, and then the daughter just pops up over there. And now the Warrens they got to do it, even though Ed and Lorraine don't want to do it anymore
But see, I
because
can.
they
Oh,
still
go ahead.
align from Conjuring 2. We don't leave. We don't run from fights. It's like, oh, here we go again.
Well, I can forgive that because I don't think this one was about the case as much as it was about Ed and Lorraine. This case is happening, but they're trying to move on with their life for his health. And so it's more that, are they going to take the case? Are they going to do it? And then Father, what's his name? Father
Gordon.
Gordon. He, when he kicks the bucket, that's even another emotional case. Because like, okay, now this thing's coming after people that are close to Ed and Lorraine, and Judy's involved. Like their daughter is at the house now, and so I think it was more of an emotional story about the family than it was about the case, and so I can forgive that.
Yeah, that's fair, but it's like, but it's their job though. Like that's what they're doing, and
No, he's
I
retired.
he still showed up, bro. He ain't got soft hands. Ed ain't got soft hands. He was in there. Uh, that man's heart was fighting for his life, though.
It
Goodness,
was.
that brother was about to have a heart attack playing goddamn table tennis. Goodness, must have been hot out there. I did think that was a funny scene where Tony goes up to the guy grilling burgers, like their whole interaction.
Yeah,
Like the movie was more funny than anything. Like it was funny.
there were some funny moments, but I'm glad you mentioned that because I'd forgotten about it. I'm not gonna lie, Tony's like demeanor at that party, I thought it was going to be revealed that he's got some ulterior motives or something. Like he's using Judy to get close to the family, to learn the secrets, see how the cake is baked, or something like that. Especially when he goes up to the guy's grill and it's like, oh, so you've been on cases, you've seen exorcisms, all that stuff. Like I thought he was going to have some darker motives, and then we hear he's in between jobs. He left the police force. Like I thought he was gonna have a darker storyline than he did. I'm not gonna lie.
And I really didn't care for it in the ending. Like, why the hell is Annabelle involved? Like,
But
to me, they're just bringing, like, the case made no sense to me. Like, they're just bringing back things that we remember from previous movies that we have attachments
got
to
to
just
play the
tell a
hits.
story. And it just, yeah, they played the hits that was a perfect way to say it. All they did was play, it just wasn't, I don't want to say original. It was lazy. I thought it was lazy. And I feel like the creators were just like, they're going to be invested in Patrick and Vera enough to where we can just write a lazy story. And I want a good story.
Yeah, it's
Like
fair.
I want a good if you're going to make this the last one with them, make it a good one. And this is my biggest qualm. No offense to good brother Michael Chavez. Let's just announce the things he's directed previously. The Nun 2. I think me and you kind of said that one was solid. I can't remember. I haven't seen it in a while. The Conjuring, The Devil Made Me Do It. Big mid. The Curse of La Llorona. Not a big fan of that one either. And then that's pretty much it. He did some Chase Champion episodes in 2015, but that show has a 5.2, so I don't know if he wants to count that. He's got a short film that's got a 6.3. If this is the last Conjuring movie, James Wan should have directed it.
Yeah.
Get out of that producer's chair. I mean, I know you're my goat. I don't know how you feel about him. He's my goat. He's my favorite horror director. He should have directed this movie if this is the final one.
Well, he's no Rob Zombie, but
Yeah, he's
he's
not.
good.
He's way better than Rob Zombie.
Well, it's difference of opinion, I guess. But no, I agree though. If this is the last chapter, he should have directed it. Like it's only right. It's not even about would he have done a better job. Like it's just the right thing to have happen. So
Yeah, that's just where I'm at. I'm just like I had like that's what really tempered my expectations. Like, oh, we got
but
the same guy from the previous one. I don't
but
expect him to do much
but
better.
even then, director is not the screenplay writer. So if your beefs with the story, he might be. I don't know, but I didn't look that up. But directors can only direct so much. It's on the writers to make a better story for us to see.
No, you're not wrong. And yeah, I mean, the director's only as good as the story, right? But I don't know. A good director can say like, this story we need to change some things in here. Like we
Yeah,
need to make this a little better. We need to do this camera shot to make it even better. Because that's what I love about The Conjuring 2 so much. Is it's not just basic camera shots. Like we got some great camera shots going through these windows of the houses and transitions. Like I thought it was really good. I just don't think Last Rites was that good. And like I gave it a 2 out of 5 on Letterboxd, and that's really only for Vera and Patrick because I really have no desire to watch this ever again. I mean, it's
yeah.
over 2 hours, and I just it felt like a drug to me a lot.
Hmm. I didn't have that issue. But yeah, I mean, you're absolutely right. The director can say, "Hey, we need this shot," and then it's up to the cinematographer to capture it and all that. But as far as what's actually happening, the director can give input. The writers don't have to listen; they don't have to budge, especially if the studio's back the writers. And there's three of them on this one. Apparently, there was Ian Goldberg, Richard Nang, and David Leslie Johnson McGoldrick. That's a mouthful of a name, but they wrote the screenplay. James Wan story by him as well. Um, Negatives, it like I said, it lacked in the scares and the horror aspects. The mirror scene, the mirror in the hallway, it was funnier than it was tense, and so that annoyed me. And I also don't like how Tony was able, like his leg almost got pulled off, like the skin was literally getting pulled off his leg, and then he just walks out of the house with a ace bandage around his leg, like he's fine. Give me a break. But
Yeah.
you know, I I don't.
Oh, hold on. You talking about that mirror falling on bro's leg?
Yeah, the mirror fell on his leg and pinned him to the floor, and then it's
That shit
dragging
should
him.
have snapped his leg.
Should have, and then it's dragging him across the floor, and his skin is literally being pulled off the bone, like it's some Texas brisket, and then he just wraps an ace bandage around it and gets up and walks it off. I mean, he must have rubbed some dirt on it. That's all I can say.
Yeah.
But I think the movie was okay. I don't hate it like you do. I gave it a 3.5 on Letterboxd. Maybe I was too generous, but I feel confident that it's no worse than a 3. Um, I think it was definitely better than part 3 of this franchise. And like I said, the emotional pulls they worked on me. I cared about the Warren family aspect, not the Case family aspect as much. But even then, I don't think it was bad. I did care. Like this, just grandparents trying to do something nice for their granddaughter, and this family has just been pulled into a world of hell, and they just want help. They just want help. You got the media outside; it's a circus outside their door. They can't afford to move. Like I cared about it. I thought it was fine. Um, we'll definitely review it. I know you're in no rush to watch it again,
I
but
ain't picking
we're
it.
going to review it.
I
And I'm actually not dreading a rewatch. It's fine.
ain't gonna be me picking it, big dog. Mike said it's overdue. I'm just kidding. I'm
I was going
almost
to say
at.
leave it to Mike. Mike will pick it just so he has an excuse to watch it, and that's fine.
I'm going to. I'm getting to that Brian point where it's like 1 and 2 is the franchise. The other two, I don't even count them. They don't even exist.
Mm. Yeah, my brain doesn't work like that.
Nah, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. But I will not buy them. Like I don't own Halloween Ends. I'm never going to buy that movie. I'm not going to buy these two either.
I own it. I don't own any of the movies in this universe. Like I don't own any of the Annabelles, the Nuns, the Conjuring. I don't own any of those. Like I said, I like the first two movies, but I don't care enough about them to own them, and they're not. None of them are any of my favorites. So they're just movies that exist that aren't terrible for the most part.
That's fair. That's fair. But like I mentioned, like we're not going to be able to. Like I'm not going to talk 30 minutes about this because we've seen Conjuring movies.
Yeah.
The Warrens show up to a family, some stuff's popping off. They do some stuff in the Bible, and it gets better. Like that's the formula. Like it's like
Yeah.
wet
And
the toothbrush, put the toothpaste on, brush your teeth, and you're done. It's like that's kind of what this is.
formulaic movies aren't always an issue. I mean, the Saw movies are formulaic. Someone does something, they live a bad life, they get put in a trap, and then they got to solve it, or they're dead, and the detective's trying to, like, that's fine. It's all about how you get there. These
Yeah,
movies aren't that kind of formula. They're pretty straightforward. So it's kind of like we said about The Ritual. It's like exorcism movies are just like
it's just
we
another
we know what
exorcism
they are.
movie. Yeah, exactly. Dustin, final thoughts before we get out of here.
Yeah, I mean, split opinion on this one from us. So
Neither of
sports
us
cinema.
loved it though.
Neither of us loved it. I don't think either of us hated it. You thought it was just okay, and I thought it was slightly above average. So we're
Thought it was,
both pretty much in the
thought it
middle.
was poop from a butt. Just kidding.
You did say that. Um, actually, you said no. I'm not gonna say what you actually said. But support cinema. Go watch it and see which side of the fence you fall on.
Yeah, there you go. Appreciate y'all tuning in. We'll be back next week. I'm assuming the next one we're going to do is like the long walk.
Long walk.
I'm actually excited to see that one. David Johnson, he was really good in Alien Romulus. I'm excited to see him back on the
I'm
big
not gonna
screen.
lie. I'm excited for the Lost Walk. Like the story looks good, but him in the trailers, I don't think he should have taken this role. I know he probably just wants work, and it's a like he didn't. What they showed in the trailers doesn't inspire me based on what I saw from him in Alien Romulus. If that makes sense. Like I think he's bigger than the role they gave him in this movie. Hope I'm wrong.
Yeah, me too. Because I'm a David Johnson fan. He was
Same.
great in that movie. But we appreciate y'all tuning in. Go check out The Conjuring Last Rites. It's the last one allegedly, so at least go check it out for that reason. Appreciate y'all tuning in. We'll be back next week.